But he said good morning and thanks for your I like the t-shirt, by the way, very catchy.
No,
all right, so I want to start very quickly with just explaining to us what your movement is actually calling for. The basis of that, yes, being what you believe is due to Nkosana Makate, and then now the role of MTN that's fallen under this. Just clear up for us, you know, who did what and who's actually owed what.
Okay. The Please Call Me movement, first and foremost, was started in last year when Nkosana Makate had an interview and we heard that he's not been paid. That's when we started. And then we intensified when Vodacom gagged him at the High Court. And we've ran protests and everything after that. However, with this MTN story of Harikan and the issue of who did it first, who didn't do first. The facts are there. The court, Judge Coppen, did say, and even Alon not Craig himself, did admit that Nkosana Makate is the inventor of Please Call Me. But however, just to explain to your viewers, Harikan invented a callback service which runs on IVR, which is like a voice recorder. When you call a number, it will say, press 1 to leave your number, and press 2.
And we'll send them the message, and they'll
and
call
then
you
you
back.
press
Am I
1,
right?
and then
yes,
when you open the phone, you get the message.
Yes.
But with Nkosana Makate, which runs on USSD, it's a star 140 star, then the person will get the phone, the message.
So it's a different way of doing it. It might be the same idea,
it's a
but
different
a different
protocol
mechanism,
altogether.
a different call altogether. So he is owed by Vodacom for taking that idea or proposing the idea to them.
Yes. Look, the Please Call Me movement basically is dealing with the public information that is already there, things that have been in courts. For example, Alan Craig, in his testimony, on his admission, he was saying, Please Call Me gets 20 million calls daily.
Yeah.
So if they are getting 20 million calls daily, and the service is already international, they are doing the service in Italy, in India, in Belgium, in Tanzania, and all other countries. So whatever is due to Mr. Makate, we are begging Vodacom to settle it.
Okay, so tell us what the issue is, because according to a constitutional court order, Vodacom was ordered to pay Mr. Makate an amount determined by its CEO and does not require Makate to agree to the amount. So you're saying 70 billion. Do we know what the CEO is thinking of paying, and what happens now with that?
Look, we're not going to entertain Vodacom's feelings about issues. The issue
or what
is
about
the
court order?
Well, the court
what
order
about entertaining what court has ordered? Yeah.
What about the agreement, I will ask?
Yeah.
The agreement says 15% of whatever, 15 cents of 1 rand. So if we are going to say the inventor gets less than what he deserves, what are we really saying? This is an idea basically that helps the poor. I mean, you will not send a Please Call Me message if you're not poor. So this invention from the townships is making everybody wealthy except the inventor. So that's what we're fighting for.
Well, I just want to let you know that, yes, we did ask Vodacom for an interview, and they say they are abiding by the court order, and that is where we stand. So what now? What are you going to do tomorrow? Tomorrow is the last day of January. Yes, it is. What happens tomorrow?
Right. We're going to have a media briefing today at 11. I think all the actions will be explained in that media briefing. But however, Vodacom can say that, but they send us...
Yes, there is a lawyer's letter. I see that.
There's a lawyer's letter that actually stops us from going forward with the protest from tomorrow. Yeah. So I view this as apartheid tactics that are being used by Vodacom. And the Vodacom CEO, Mr. Shamil Joseph, has been litigating this matter for over 10 years. And Alan Craig, the person who claimed the invention, also was litigating against Makate. So what is actually Vodacom saying pertaining to the inventor? Why is it so difficult for them to do right by Mr. Makate?
So I just want to clear up, Modise, because we don't know. You don't know the figure that they've decided on yet, right?
No, I don't know.
But you've worked out that it would be around 70 billion rand. So would it not be, I don't know, an option to find out what the amount is? Maybe it is close to what you're saying. Maybe it is around there. Or are you convinced that it's not going to be nearly enough?
I didn't work out the figure to be 70
or whoever
billion.
wherever that
There's a
figure came from.
whistleblower information that went out to say Vodacom actually owes Makate 70
But we
billion.
don't know what the CEO is going to offer yet, do we?
If he owes Nkosana Makate 70 billion, wouldn't it be fair for him to settle in that?
Yeah.
If I owe you 100 rand, would you accept 20 rand?
Yeah, but I'm saying we don't know the figure that he's going to offer yet.
Yes.
So is it not a place to start maybe there to say what is it that you're going to offer, because they say they're ready to pay, or do you have an idea that it's not going to be what you think it's going to be?
But Iveka, you've seen what Vodacom has been putting out there to say it's waiting for Mr. Makate's bank accounts, to say according to them the matter is settled, and you've seen what's happening on social media, Mr. Makate having to always counteract what Vodacom is saying. The Arikan story comes up.
Okay, so
again.
it's the principle also behind all of this.
Yeah,
okay,
basically what we're saying, people have to respect black excellence. It's high time that when a black person has invented something, he has to be given the respect that it deserves.
Okay, so it's not just the amount, it's not just the
accordingly.
monetary value we're talking about. We're talking about giving him his dues for the person who's come up with this idea.
And also releasing the innovative thinking of people. I mean, imagine how good a story this will be, that a boy from a township invented a world-first invention that everybody is amazed about. And yet now in South Africa, in a democratic state, we're not even able to just compensate the person fairly. That is basically, according to us, unfair and unreasonable.
So does he have a deadline to give you a figure, the CEO? Have you given him some sort of...
Look, we went to Vodacom on the 17th of July.
Yeah.
And on the 18th, we marched and gave them the memorandum. Our memorandum states that Vodacom should at least say when are they willing to finish the matter. And it has other issues with the papers you can see that we were also complaining about the voter shops that are there. On Vodacom's admissions, they do say 60% is white and 40% is black. And black, we're trying to also understand, is black Indian, is black African, is black Chinese, because Chinese are also black in nowadays. So we need a democracy for that. But Vodacom is unwilling to come forth with that information.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens between now and tomorrow. Anything is possible, as we know. Thanks very much.
But what I needed to just add,
very quickly,
can please Vodacom respect the court rulings and release also the KPMG report, which the Judge Spilch did say that they must make available to Mr. Makate. That will actually enable him to negotiate his compensation fairly.
Okay, thanks very much for your time there. That's Modise Sitwaba from the Please Call Me movement, just explaining where we are in this entire saga at the moment.